Crystal Palace haven't won a game of football in this calendar year. It's ended up with Patrick Vieira being sacked as manager there. Was it the right decision, though, Shaka?
I can't make any sense of that decision at all. As much as, yes, Crystal Palace haven't won a game this calendar year, when you look at the games that they've played, they lost to Southampton 2-1, they lost to Aston Villa 1-0. Those are the only two results that you could say maybe weren't great. Other than that, you lose to Man City, you lose to Man United, you draw with Man United, you draw with Newcastle, you draw with Brighton, all these teams in form. And now, between now and the end of the season, you have two games that don't involve teams around you. You've just endured your toughest spell. Now, all of a sudden, when this is going to determine where you finish at the end of the season, you decide to sack your manager and upend everything. Now, just from a footballing perspective, I thought it was a poor decision. Even more so when you consider the job that Patrick Vieira has done, when you consider the team that he inherited a couple of seasons ago, a team that was barreling towards the championship, lost a bunch of their senior players, was given a remit of bringing players through from the academy, getting this team playing attractive attacking football, keeping them in the Premier League. I think he's done so. Crystal Palace had the lowest spend of every single Premier League club last summer, or between the last two transfer windows, and yet still you have them playing a brand of football that you asked him to. He's bringing young players through, and now at the end of their toughest spell, you decide to part ways with your manager. It makes no sense. It makes no footballing sense, and I can go on. There are deeper issues with this for me. I will take this moment to point out that now with Patrick Vieira's sacking, there is not a single black manager in England's top flight in the men's or women's game. Callum Wilson this week was speaking about why black footballers don't go through it becoming managers. And then you see this happen in real time, and all you can do is throw your hands up and ask for a better explanation.
And it looks as though now there's going to be problems ahead, Stewart, because they've got Arsenal next. Do you fear that they'll get sucked into that relegation battle?
I feel they were going to get sucked into it if they kept Patrick Vieira as the manager. I totally disagree with Shaka. I've seen Palace play a lot recently. They haven't had a shot on target for the last 4 games. And there's always one side that comes tumbling down. There's 2 actually at the moment. Leicester are in danger of doing so, and Crystal Palace are in danger of doing so. I've seen Patrick Vieira manage at several different clubs, and I was surprised he ever got the Crystal Palace job. I don't think he did a particularly good job at Nice. I'm not sure he did a great job for New York City FC. There was times when I saw him play or coach the Manchester City youth side, when you could hear all the information that was coming from the side of the field. And I was surprised how little information was coming from the side, and what the information wasn't particularly good. So I would actually say it's the right thing for Crystal Palace to do. They've got more chance of surviving now than they had with Patrick Vieira as the manager.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.